Hello ladies, it's good to see you all. If you are watching this video, that means you are an official member of Women in Business, and I want to thank you for being a participating member and supporting the cause. Women in Business is an organization that stems from Martin Business Solution, which is a company that I own. The purpose of Women in Business is to bring you guys, or you gals, information in regards to being successful in your business. Now, some of you may not be actual business owners. You may be executives in a corporation or a manager. You may be a stay-at-home mom. You may be considering starting a business, or you may still be in college, or whatever the situation is. You are definitely a valuable part to the organization. So I know the title of the organization is Women in Business, but how many of you know running a household is a business? Being a minister is a business. It's a business of winning souls for the kingdom. So whatever area that you are operating in, that's why you're here on this. That's why you're a part of this organization. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for investing in yourself. And so one of the key things that we want to do is offer strategies and tips, networking, resources, whatever we could do to help you all to be more successful. Even if it's something of a personal nature, we can get a referral for you. So like I said, I just want to get on here real quick, give you a couple of tips, and then get out of your way. As we get ready to move forward for 2020, there's a lot of great opportunities before us. And I just want to make sure that we're all in a position to win. The opportunities are here, and I'm excited about it. So what I want to give you on today are 8 tips to a successful 2020. I know in January, a lot of people are going to start their resolutions, but hey, we are not waiting. We're getting ready to get started right now at this moment. So grab your pen and paper, and let's dive on in and start preparing or reinforcing what we're already doing. Some of you may already be doing some of these things. So we just want to enhance what you're already doing. So the first tip is tip number 1, or rule number 1, or suggestion number 1, however you want to word it. Let's review 2019. So the first checklist item is to review 2019, which means you want to go from January to today, and you want to say, hey, this is everything that occurred in my business, in my ministry, in my household, that was of significance, or whatever you could remember, and you want to write it out, and you want to write some things about it. So for example, for Women in Business, I would say February we had an event, and this is what we did. June we had our retreat. It was held at the Fremont Center, and we had a great time. We had 15 people to show. We had 25 people to show. Whatever the case may be, we had the event catered. And this was our success story. These are some of the mistakes that we made that we learned from. We had our workshop in October, and these were the presenters, and this is what they presented on. So you just want to kind of write down some events. You want to have a snapshot of your finances. You don't really want to make this a business plan or a financial report, but we just want to get a generalization of like, hey, this is everything that I need to consider that happened in 2019 for I may use this information to help me in 2020. So that's the first thing. You want to review 2019. What happened? What was great? What was not so great? And so that's what you want to do. The second thing, you want to reevaluate your target audience. Okay, who were my clients in 2019? Who were my customers? Who bought my food? Who came into my office? Who were my makeup clients? Whatever your industry is, who were those people that patronize you? And you want to kind of break this down a little bit. Did I have more women? Did I have more men? What were the ages? This may cause you to have to call some of your clients, or to pull out your invoices. But this will be a good way, because you want to reevaluate who you may have a desired target market, but this is going to tell you who actually came. You want to find out if they're new clients, you want to find out, did they find you on social media? Were they a referral? Did they see a newspaper ad, or were they just walking by? Who were the clients? How did you obtain them? And any other special notes about your clients that you may want to jot down. And that is very, very important, because a lot of times we say, well, these are the clients that I want, but you may get these clients that actually show up. So reevaluating your target market is going to help going forward for 2020. Set some new goals. Checklist item number 3. What are some new goals that you want to set for 2020? What is something that you did not do in 2019 that you wish you would have, or something that you just saw and you say, hey, I want to try that? Or there's a goal that you had set and you didn't get an opportunity to complete it. You may want to roll that over. But what's a new idea? If you're a baker, you may say, well, now next year I want to try caramel covered candy apples. I don't know. Something new. Get something new and fresh in there so that it'll keep you engaged fully in the business. And as long as you have goals to keep reaching for, this will be great. Line item number 4, one of my favorites. Y'all know I love getting together doing things. Have a brainstorming party or a strategy party where you bring some of your friends, maybe some clients if you're comfortable with them being in your home, or even if you have it at the office. Have a strategy party where you invite some people over and you say, hey, let's just help me brainstorm with some things that I can improve in my business. What are some, a new commercial idea? Hey, what are some of the things that I did in 2019 that you didn't think was a good idea? Or what did I do that you figured if I do it again, it'd be even better? So just have a brainstorming party. And the main reason you want to invite others is because you want a different perspective. Don't invite everybody that's just like you, okay? Get a mixture of people in there, mix ages, gender, just kind of mix it up. People that may not even like you. Mix it up so that you can get different perspectives, and it'll also help keep you more innovative and more creative. And take an account of the feedback. It's just what it is. It's an opinion. It's not set in stone. It just kind of gives you some ideas, and then it gives you a perspective of what other people actually saw, and what somebody may have a great suggestion for you, something that you didn't even think of. Number 5, time and resources. Do you have the time to put into your business? Do you have the resources that you need? Do you need to spend more time doing this, more time doing that, less time doing something? Are there resources that you need? If you need something, what is it that you need? Like I said, Martin Business Solution, we are availing ourselves for the women in business. One of the things we do is help to bridge the gap. If you need a certain product or service, we pride ourselves on finding the best referral for you. So what is it that you need? So what kind of time do you have to devote to your business? Reflect back and find out what time you wasted. What is something that you can cut out that was a total waste of time? So that's very important. Number 6, write it out. Write out everything. Get your business plan. Get your notebook and just start writing some things. Put it on paper. Take steps 1 through 5 and write it out, and just kind of see where you are. Writing actually does a couple of things. One, it holds you accountable, because once you draw the line in the sand, you're accountable. It helps you to remember things. It helps to bring back things to your remembrance. Writing, it helps you be creative, because you can write something down and you can say, you know what, I think I'm going to add this to it. Writing also makes reality, when you put it on paper, especially if you're doing your financial report, numbers don't lie. So write it out. Number 7, checklist item number 7, put it into action. All the things that you said you're going to do after you reflect over 2019, start putting it in action now. There are some things you can do now to set you up for 2020. You don't have to wait till January 1 after the New Year's baby ball drop, Let's get in there. Let's start doing some things. Make the list. Go over it. Find out what it is that you can do now to prepare for 2020 and get started. And lastly, do analytic review. An analytic review of everything that you're going to write out. Because you're going to write this out. You're basically going to take steps 1 through 6. 1 through 5. And then you're going to take step 6 and you're going to write it all out. Make it all understandable. And you're going to put some dates and some goals and some things in place along with what you write out. And then number 7, you're going to start putting those things into action. So step number 8, the checklist item number 8, is having an analytic review. And what that means is if January you get started, or if you get started this month, next month, whatever, in 30 days, evaluate where you are based on what you put in writing. Are you on task? Do you need to tighten up? Do you need to make some adjustment? Do you need to add something or take away something? And then in 60 days, review it again. Then in 90 days, review it again. So that when you get to the end of 2020, you can have, hey, these are the goals that I set. and this is where I really landed in 30 days. This is really what I accomplished in 60 days. And you do that throughout the year. So at the end of 2020, you repeat this again. And now when you repeat it, because you're now keeping a journal of some sort, whether it's a digital journal or a notebook, now that you actually have a track record, you can actually, at the end of 2020, you can even make a better agenda for 2021. And like I said, have fun with it. Don't be pressured, but be involved and make it serious. Don't just wake up and say, hey, I wonder what I'm going to do today. No, have an agenda, have a plan. Yes, we do know that life will alter our plans. We know that God will alter our plans. Life happens. God happens, So, but at the same time, God, in order for him to alter our plans, we have to have a plan. So have a plan. Have a guide map, something to guide you. Be accountable to yourself. I know we always talk about having an accountability partner, but be accountable to yourself first of all. Draw the line in the sand. Say, hey, this is what I said I was going to do. Keep the oath to yourself as well. The vows that we make are not just to one another. When we speak into the atmosphere. So we're actually talking to ourselves. So we make a vow to ourselves. We need to hold that, because there's something that I got to do. I got to do my continued education, and I have to do it before the end of this year. So I have drawn the line in the sand, and I am going to get it done. I have made a vow to myself that I'm going to do it. So, hey, do the same thing when you're doing your 2020 goals. So, like I said, thank you all for being an official member of Women in Business. Eventually, I'm gonna actually have a meeting in about 20 minutes with a company that I'm going to be working with on the podcast. So for right now, I just recorded this pre-recorded video. I actually have a meeting at 7 where I am going to be meeting with a company about actually doing my podcast for Martin Business Solution, but it'll also be usable to women in business as well. My goal is just to help us all succeed. I want to succeed, I want to grow, and I want to make sure that my sisters are doing the same as well. So once again, thank you for being an official member. If you have any questions about membership or events, there are some things I'm going to post in the Facebook group. So I just want to say thank you guys. Love you much. Bye.